What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to Project Zomboid. My name is Splattercat. Happy to have you here today as we hop up in our van, and apparently it fails to start. There we go. It started that time. Hopefully that doesn't happen when we're under duress. If it does, that's going to be a really, really bad day for us. So let's just kind of park the van right here. Apparently the zombies are unaware of us. I would complain about that fact, but frankly, I'm like sort of alright with it. Down you go. Sorry. Just not your day, zombie. Just not your day. I'm looking to clear this place out before the hordes get too large. Smack that zombie right there, and down she goes. Let's have a look here. Hey. I need you to stop. There we go. Perfect. Some earbuds. I don't think those count as dragon treasure, so I'm not going to go for it. That right there is turned off, apparently. I could pull the battery. Yeah, let's pull the battery. I don't think that thing's going to need the battery for too much longer. You can also dismantle the radio. I've never done that before. We might as well. Maybe we'll get some electronic skill or something from it. I had never seen that as an option. So apparently we can disassemble the radio, and that's going to give us electronic scrap. Hooray. Just what I always wanted for my birthday. Electronic scrap. Pal, I'm going to need you to stop banging on the door like the Schwanz man. You got to go. Is the Schwanz man still a thing? I don't think Schwanz man is still a thing. They probably just ship it straight to you. All right. So when I was a kid, long time ago, in a time called the 80s and 90s, there was this thing called the Schwanz man. And it was this dude that drove through your neighborhood, and you had like a subscription to the Schwanz man, right? And he drove around in this refrigerated truck, and it had a whole bunch of like pre-made meals, essentially, in the back of the truck that all you had to do is really throw them in the oven, and they'd be ready to go. And it was a subscription service, and so every week the Schwanz man would come, and anything that was on your account, he would drop those foods off for you. And so anyways, I doubt that that's a thing that exists anymore, but the Schwanz man was kind of like a major fixture of suburban life when I was a kid. Like, pretty much everybody in our neighborhood had stuff that was delivered from the Schwanz man. You know, just in case you were wondering. Just in case it was a thing that existed, and now I'm transferring that information to you, internet viewer, who's probably like, 18 or 19. My demographics swing older. A lot of people don't know that about my channel, but the majority of my channel, I think, is between the ages of 25 and 35. Makes sense because I'm between the age of 25 and 35, so it makes sense that those are the kinds of people that would be attracted to my channel. Do I need more shovels? I don't know if I need more shovels, but having more shovels certainly doesn't seem like a bad idea. Do I have any food on me? We got a corn dog? Yo, you better eat that corn dog. Corn dogs are amazing. If you don't have corn dogs where you're from, a corn dog is a hot dog on a stick, and then they dip it in batter, and then they deep fry it. Corn dogs are one of the finest inventions ever. It's kind of like a carnival food. So if you go to like the fair, or you go to the carnival, or you go to any kind of like circus or anything else like that, corn dogs. It's a very, very common thing here in America. I mean, a lot of people just eat corn dogs all by themselves. I do too. Like, corn dogs are amazing. There's 3 things of bleach in here and some painkillers. I'm going to take all that for house cleaning. You never know. Cleaning blood and whatnot off the walls, keeping things sanitary. It's a good idea. Do I have bandages? Out of curiosity, I don't. All right, so rip those up. Yep. Tear that up real fast. I want that to be bandages. There we go. So now we've got some makeshift bandages. Perfect. Is there anything in here that I can learn? Oh, it does say already read. Well, then disregard my thing from the previous episode. Disregard what I said from the previous episode. Apparently, it does teach you. Oh, we can make pies. Yeah, let's make pies and cakes. Why not? I don't know if you can make a pie or a cake over a fire. That seems like it would be somewhat difficult. Like, I'm thinking for the future right now. In the future, we're going to be doing everything over the top of a fire because stoves and whatnot are not going to exist anymore. If we get really creative, we can find a whole bunch. A car battery charger. We can find a whole bunch of charcoal. Oh, we've got a jack so that we can work on the car. Nice. Yeah, I'll take that for sure. I don't know exactly how that's going to work, but I am interested in it. Having a jack is a very, very useful thing. Just make sure your jack don't break. Is that full? It's not full. All right, so put that in there. How big is the jack? Yeah, throw the jack in there. There you go. I knew you could do it. Sometimes you got to do them by hand. The menus can be really, really finicky in this game. Sometimes it drives me up a wall. Not intentionally, but it's a thing that's just every now and again decides it don't want to work. Is that like a bag of charcoal? Oh, it is. It's a bag of charcoal. It's not actually like one coal. I thought it was like a handful of charcoal. That's like an 8-pound bag of charcoal. That's pretty good, though. That's good. Charcoal's fantastic as a fire starter. You can use that as kindling. You take like, it depends, I guess, if it's self-start. Like if it's self-lighting or whatever, easy light, it's soaked in oil or whatever it is, probably going to be a little bit simpler. But even so, charcoals are good. You can use them to keep a fire running for a while. I've got pretty much everything in here can go. Yep, grab all of that and just throw it in the back of the van. It's going to take a bit to get it fixed off, though. It's going to take us probably a good 20, 30 minutes to unload all this stuff in the back of the van. But I'm really, really glad that we have a vehicle that's... Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. That was bad. That made me jump. You scared me, little buddy. You scared me. Did he get me? Okay, we're all right. Oh, we don't have that much stuff left in the bag. We'll go ahead and... Oh, I'm still weighed down. Oh, from the charcoal. That's right. I forgot the charcoal was in the main inventory over here. So I need the amplifier. I need the battery. I need that. The electrical wire. The scrap. And I'm going to ditch all the magazines just in the middle of the street because I don't think anybody cares about littering anymore. Now that we live in a hellish undead wasteland, I don't think anybody's going to care about a little bit of litter. God, that scared me. That scared the hell out of me. My stomach dropped. I was like, no, it will not end like this. That's the risk you take, though, when you use the fast forward. And I use the fast forward pretty liberally. Like, I don't like sitting here for like 30 minutes waiting for him to unload loot. And so I tend to use fast forward for that. Probably be safer to drive the van back to the house. But even so, using fast forward in any environment is risky. A jar lid. Any more jars, though? Hey, there you go. Perfect. My guess is that we probably need the lid if we actually wanted to jar things. Another flashlight, a juice box, some processed cheese. Yeah, I'll take it. I'm not a big fan of American cheese, but... Like, American cheese is not my favorite cheese. Did they have 3 things of ice cream in here? Oh my god. See, this is a family that was after my own heart right here. That's what my freezer looks like. Listen. I can spend my entire life trying to have abs and trying to be all trim and good looking and whatever else. Or, consider for a moment, I can enjoy my life and have ice cream. That's all I'm saying. Is I have friends that are big like workout junkies and they're like, bro, you gotta get the body fat count down, dude. You gotta get pecs and stuff, bro. Like, no, I don't really care about that. Like, listen, knowing my family history, I'm probably only gonna be here for like another 15 years, tops. 15, 20 years is what I got left in the tank, given my family history. So, that being said, why spend that 15 years sort of cloying and, hey, a gas can, hell yeah. Why spend that time cloying and begging and pleading for like 3 or 4 years added on to the end of my life? Why? Like, yeah, we could do that. It's entirely possible, but you're missing out on so many great things. And I will list those things for you. Double bacon Western cheeseburgers from Carl's Jr. Those are right out if you want to stay in shape. French fries, you're not allowed to have those. Pizza, you're not allowed to have that. Lobsters that are positively rolled in butter. Crab, anything else like that. You're not allowed to have those things. And frankly, that's just not a sacrifice that I'm willing to make. So you know what? If I end up husky or I end up a little bit big and it takes a couple years off my life, I don't really care because life is too short, my friends. It's too short. I'm telling you. It's too short to go through life trying to look like Hugh Jackman, all right? Just if you don't look like Hugh Jackman naturally, why try? Why try? Just accept it as a foregone conclusion that you're not going to look like Hugh Jackman and Wolverine and just kind of move on. Enjoy your food. That's one of the reasons why I figure I could never really be an actor. It's because like actors have to stay thin, they got to stay pretty, they got to stay like all put together. I can't do it, man. Like, I don't mind. Sorry about that. Had to make a little edit right there. There was Mormons at the gate. And they were banging on the front door. Apparently they're opening up a new temple in Oakland right now. They're kind of far away from home. Like, I'm not really, like, near Oakland. Well, I mean, I am. I guess I'm kind of near Oakland. Like, I could get to Oakland. If I really pushed it, I could probably get to Oakland in, like, 15 minutes. If I really, really pushed it. But, you know, they're kind of like, I guess they're just trying to get new members or something. I don't know. I don't mind. I enjoy the conversation. Like, I don't know. It depends. Like, sometimes I'm not in the mood for solicitors. Sometimes I don't really mind. Like, Mormons always seem willing to, like, sit there and shoot the shit. And as long as it doesn't get, like, religious, I don't really, like, mind. Like, as long as they're not trying to convince me to go to church, I'm perfectly fine with just, like, sitting there at the front door talking about the weather or anything else. Like, I ain't got nothing going on. I mean, I am in the middle of an episode right now. So anyways, that's why I think that, like, I could never be an actor or an actress, is A, because I don't have the hardware for the latter, but B, for the former part, oh, we got another ring right there, dude. Our dragon horde is going to be the stuff. I'm so excited about this dragon horde. Damn it. Zombies all around the van right now causing problems. Listen, guys, listen. I kind of just want to do a little scout mission and see what's around here. Like, what's down this way? Like, as far as I know, in Rosewood, there is, like, a little shopping center. Rosewood is, like, the smallest of all the maps, but the nice thing about Zomboid is that you can get to all the other maps pretty easily. Trapping for beginners. We got comic books in the back here. Comic books used to be delivered to your door, too, in case you didn't know how that used to work. You used to fill out, like, a little card inside comic books, and then they would mail them to your house whenever the new issues would come out. I don't know if they still do that. They might still allow you to do that. We got remote controls. All right, I don't know what I would need. Maybe we can make like an RCXD or something and blow up zombies with it. I don't know. I get some wood glue. I'd be remiss to leave that behind. I do want the wood glue. We also have another bag of charcoal over here. Honestly, if we could use a barbecue grill for like special occasions, that would actually really, really streamline the process of like cooking and doing stuff outside once the power goes out. We've been here for like 4 or 5 days now. The power and the water are going to go off sometime in the future. Maybe not right now. Maybe not right this second. But at some point it is going to go off and it's a surprise. So you kind of want to be prepared for it. I haven't really prepared as much water as I would like to prepare. In all fairness, I think that's one of the big things. Let me check and see if this mail van over here has a key too. It never hurts to have backup vehicles. Some matches and a pen, so no. We don't have the keys to that car. There's probably a zombie around here somewhere that has the stuff on them, but apparently we have a very heavy load. Don't run when you have a very heavy load. You will take damage. It will be bad for you. And like you can sprain your ankles, you can have like damage, or like your health can just like passively go down while you're running. So just like resist the urge. It's not going to work out the way you think it's going to work out. I'll probably just load the charcoal into the back of the van over here just to get the weight down, and then we'll just go back to base. I should probably take the ice cream and some of the perishables out of here before we go to bed, but for the moment... Oh, I got the gas can too, no wonder. How do I use the gas can on the car? Like, I would assume that around here somewhere there's, like, fuel access. But I actually don't know how to refuel the car. I'd never really considered it. Huh. Yeah. I wonder how I refuel a car. Cars are a reasonably new addition to the game. And one that I'm not familiar with. Like, the nozzle should be, like, right here or on the other side, but... Oh, come on. There we go. That's what I needed from you. That's what I needed from you. Let me get the headlights. I don't really need the heater. Let's just head back home. How about that? I'm going to avoid picking up too much speed because you can really, really hurt yourself if you hit a tree or something. Like, legitimately, you can damn near kill yourself in a car accident in this game. Much akin to real life. Car accidents are no joke. I'm just going to abandon the other car. I don't even really care. I would like to get it fixed up and refueled, but, like, that's such a long-term objective for right now that, honestly, All right, so let me get the perishables out of the back. That's pretty much all that I care about, is anything that's going to rot while it's back here. But everything else... Open that up. Let me get the berries. And we got broccoli right there. Okay, a little bit of that. Some corn. Okay, I like corn. Corn's good. All kinds of corn. Let's see here. That's right. I made a Brack Show reference. You never know what you're going to get here at the Nerd Castle. I loved the Brack Show, but it only had one season. It was kind of a bummer like that. I really do wish that the Brack Show had a little bit more time to develop and get on its feet. But you know how Adult Swim is. Like, Adult Swim, they cut things so quickly, unless it's like a skyrocketing success, that it can be hard to rely on. Do I have a flashlight on me right now? I don't feel like I have a flashlight on me. I guess my light radius is just doing its thing. Let's unload all the perishables, and then I don't know if I'm going to organize the inventory right now. I think I'm going to stop doing it on camera because I'm editing it out anyways. You guys aren't seeing me, like, organize the inventory and, like, move things where they need to go. And so, like, I don't know. Juice box, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Some salmon. Oof. We're going to be eating pretty good if we can get to the end of this adventure. If we can survive this thing, we're going to be eating pretty good. I mean, as of right now, our perishable supply is, like, out of this world. We have a lot of perishable food. But I think that's a good thing. I mean, that virtually guarantees that I don't really need to worry too much yet. Eat all the berries, I guess. We ate those last time and we didn't die. So maybe it'll be okay. Also eat, I guess, an entire cheese. I'm going to imagine that we took the time to put all those ingredients together and, like, mix them into something appetizing. But deep down, I know exactly how lazy I am, and I can guarantee you that's not what happened. I probably just ate it all one by one. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's a fog right there. They added weather effects. Cool. Dude, I love that stillness. Like, you ever hear stillness? Like, here in the Bay Area, we get a lot of fog because we're right next to the ocean. And I love that when you go out at, like, 2 in the morning and the fog's so thick that you can't see the street lamp, like, right down the street. And just that silence. You never get that because, like, when you live in the urban sprawl, man, like around San Francisco, like, there's always just kind of that, like, noise of the freeway. And the only time that you don't hear it and you just have, like, absolute silence is when it's foggy. Man, I love that. I love it so much. All right, so we're a little bit overweight right now. I think it's plausible that we should be able to... That tarp right there is going to be very, very useful. If you asked me what one of the most useful pieces of survival equipment is that you're going to need in order to get by, I would say pretty quickly that, like, one of the best things you can have on hand for survival is a tarp. Tarps are amazing. If you don't have a tarp, you're going to struggle a little bit. But a tarp can be used in just myriad useful ways that will keep you alive. The main one is using it to make a distillery. If you can make a solar still, that's probably a tarp at its most useful. It basically gives you an endless water source. Looks like I'm carrying around a bit too much stuff in here, too. Yeah, it's the gas can. I gotta figure out how to refuel a vehicle. How do I refuel this thing? I feel like it's a valid question. Let me, like, Googlificate it real fast. Well, apparently there's a brand new shiny vehicle menu that they've added to the game on the V key right here. I'm going to add gasoline to the car because absolutely, I don't know if that's a 5-gallon can. It weighs about 5 pounds. So my assumption is that this should put a little bit more fuel in the tank. Honestly, I should be saving a lot of gasoline for the Jenny over here too. Like, it's got no fuel. We do have gas cans, though, which means we can siphon off of other cars using this menu right here. If you're near a car, you can siphon gasoline. I don't know how good we are at it. We can also attempt to do some kind of vehicle maintenance over here, although I'm going to warn you, I am not mechanically inclined. Not at all. We can install We can get a new windshield. We can smash it. You know, we might be able to steal other windows, maybe. Maybe. I think that might not be too bad of a plan. Just going around siphoning off gas for a day. Like getting as much gasoline as I physically can. Hey, where'd my inventory go? Inventory, why you running off on me like this? Don't be like that, inventory. So, like, we've got an empty gas can right there. You can pretty easily throw that in our inventory. I think it's a really good idea to do that. How's the gas looking now? Yeah, that gave us like a quarter of a tank. So each gas can would roughly be like a quarter of a tank. Looks like we're having engine problems again, unfortunately. There we go. I'm not like peeling out or doing donuts or anything. It's just that this car does not seem to want to cooperate with me. But this is the beginning portion of Zomboid, where you're really just spending a lot of time just gathering resources. A big part of this game is just pack ratting. And then once you get to like the hard part of the game, which is once all the resources are cut off and you've basically harvested everything, that's when things start to get real interesting. Oh, almost hit it. Almost took out somebody's mail receptacle. Alright, so let me see what the feasibility is of siphoning gas out of this thing. Because if we could get the generator filled up and also have a couple tanks of gas, I'd be okay with it. How hard is it to siphon? Do I need a hose or anything for that? It was actually pretty easy, all things considered. Like, I thought that was going to be a lot more complicated. Siphoning gas is kind of an art. It's not easy. Like, trust me, if you've never done it before, like, it's got kind of like a feeling to it. You got to kind of feel it out. Like, I don't know how to describe it other than that. We used to do it because we would do... The only reason I know how to siphon at all is because we used to have crawdad feeds when I was a kid. And, oh, my bat is almost broken. That's unfortunate. It's very, very unfortunate. Don't think I feel very good about that, but I suppose life isn't about the things that I feel good about. I guess submit for consideration that life doesn't really care if I'm happy about a situation. Ooh, a pearl necklace. She want a pearl necklace. Now, I know this guy ain't got much fuel left in him, but I'm trying to have, like, multiple fuel cans. Yeah, I was going to say, we ain't going to get much out of this guy. I think this dude was running on fumes. That's pretty much all that it had going for it. Go ahead and siphon off of this dude, too. Hopefully we get a bit more goodies out of it. Yeah, that looks a bit better. That looks a bit better. Hopefully it doesn't put us overweight. If it does, we're only going to be slightly overweight. That one's full, too. Good. It looks like we got about 3 gallons of gasoline ready to go. Excited about that. 3 gallons of gasoline, useful for a lot of different things. If you need to, like, old engine yourself a fire, it's good for that. I guess I'm overweight now, slightly. Is that zombie on me? All right, let's wipe this. I got a zombie on me. You can't stop me. Who do you voodoo, bitch? Sam B got them things that go bump in the night. What? Who do you voodoo, bitch? Can we all just agree that that was the best soundtrack song of any video game ever? Like when the opening video started of Dead Island and it was playing that Sam B song, that shit was so dope. Did you know that that rapper also has another song with Chamillionaire in character as Sam B called No Room in Hell? It's a pretty dope song. Honestly, both tracks are bangers. I'm going to be honest with you. Both tracks are bangers. You should definitely check them out. I forget the guy's name. He's actually a real actor. I'm sorry, not a real actor. He's actually a rapper, but he's also an actor, and I forget his name. Like, he's done, like, smaller stuff. He's kind of underground. I'll see y'all later. Thank you for stopping on in. We're out of time for right now. My name is Splat. I've had fun playing some Zomboid with you here today. I hope you'll stop by in the future. The future. I'll see y'all next time. Hi, dude. Take care, everybody. And once again, don't forget, like the video down below. It helps me out as a content creator. Bye, everybody.